So now today we are going to discuss time period of oscillation of charged body or bob and their so the problems on this concept. First we are going to discuss basic concept of time period of oscillation of charged bob. Right. The first, before going to discuss this concept, so we required some basic. Suppose this is the uniform electric field. Uniform electric field. We placed plus charge, plus Q charge. So already we know, when we place plus Q charge, then the electric field is acting in the direction of, electric force is acting in the direction of field. So the force A bar equal to Q into E bar. If it is negative charge, then force is acting opposite to the electric field. And one more point, already we know time period of oscillation of simple pendulum. So over there, suppose this is the simple pendulum of length, thread length L and its mass M. When we oscillates, so the time period of oscillation here, it's a tension downward direction, only mg is acting. Now when the bob is here, the restoring force mg sin theta is acting in this direction, mg cos theta this direction, tension this direction, tension mg cos theta balance each other, only mg sin theta restoring force is acting towards equilibrium. Now what is the, it is not tension, it is time period of simple pendulum, root over L by G. This is the time period of oscillation of simple pendulum. Suppose then what happened, this simple pendulum is, bob is charged, positively charged, and is kept in the uniform electric field. What is the time period of oscillation of simple pendulum? So first case, suppose this is the plus charge, and here it is minus charge. It's a minus charge. So there is a electric field is always from positive plate to, uniform electric field is positive plate to negative plate, and its electric field is E. Now we suspend a simple pendulum of length L and its mass M and is charged by uniform positive charge Q. Already we know this is the weight of the body is acting vertically downward direction. This is the charge is kept in the uniform electric field. Its force F is equal to Q is acting in the direction of field. So according to this, and its time period is upward direction. Tension is upward direction. Sorry. So now what we are going to, we displace the charged bob. We displace from here to here. When we displace, tension upward direction, here mg cos theta plus qe cos theta downward direction, mg cos theta plus qe cos theta tension like this here, mg cos theta, it's mg sin theta, both will cancel each other, here also cancel each other, and the restoring force is acting towards its mean position. So due to this, the bob is oscillating. Now we are going to find oscillation of bob. So now we applying the, here only mg is acting, but here instead of mg, one more force acting, F equal to QE force. So now what is the net acceleration? So this is equals to mg is acting plus one more force QE is acting due to the electric field. Now Newton's second law, we can say that this is the effective acceleration due to gravity. Effective acceleration, it's mg plus QE, and g1 is equals to, so we can write it is mg by m plus QE by m, mm cancel. So effective acceleration due to gravity, g plus QE by m. Now in the replace of g, we have to write g plus QE by m. So because, so due to the force F is equals to QE and its acceleration produces in the bob, so QE by m, this much extra acceleration is acting on the bob. Now what is the time period of oscillation? T1 equals to root 2 pi root over L by G1. Now T1 equal to root over L by G effective means G plus QE by M. This is the time period in this case. Next, second case. Second case. Suppose now we apply electric field is upward direction. Electric field is upward direction. In this direction we are going to apply. Then what happened? Time period of acceleration, time period of bob. So mg is always downward direction, and this is the plus q charge is placed in the uniform electric field. So plus q charge is force on plus q charge, F equal to QE, upward direction. Again, what is the net force? F is equals to, F net is equals to mg minus QE. Now Newton's second law, G effective means G2 equal to mg minus QE. Now G2 equal to G minus QE by m. So this is the effective acceleration due to gravity. Now what is the time period of oscillation of simple pendulum? T2 equal to 2 pi root over L by G2. Now T2 equal to 2 pi root over L by G minus QE by M. This is the formula. Next, third case. If we apply the electric field in the horizontal direction, then what happened? If we apply the electric field in horizontal direction, it's minus, minus, minus. Here it's plus, 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 plus. Now we place one simple pendulum of bob, length of thread L, bob of mass M, and having charge Q. It's Q. Already we know its weight is acting downward direction, and electric field is in this direction, positive plate to negative plate. So plus Q charge is in the uniform electric field. So when plus Q charge is in the uniform electric field, the force acting on the bob is in the direction of uniform electric field. Here two forces are acting in perpendicular to each other. So now what is the net force? Net force is acting in this direction according to parallelogram law. So according to parallelogram law of vector addition, So f net equals to, we can write it is root over mg whole square plus its qe whole square. Now we can write is mg3 equal to root over mg whole square plus qe whole square. Now you bring it into the root, it becomes m square. M square square cancel. Now finally g3 equals to root over g square plus qe by m whole square. Now the time period t3 equals to 2 pi root over l by g3. Time period t3 equals to 2 pi root over l by g3 means g square plus qe by m whole square whole power 1 by 2. This is the time period. Second year students, you note all these concepts. Now we are going to discuss problems on these concepts, yesterday concept and today concepts. Right. A particle of mass 1 kg and carrying 0.01 coulomb is at rest on an inclined plane of angle, so 30 degrees with the horizontal. When an electric field, how much is the electric field? 490 by root 3 Newton per coulomb is applied parallel to horizontal. Find coefficient of friction. First we have to draw the diagram. A particle of mass 1 kg carrying 0.01 coulomb is on an inclined plane. Inclined plane. This is the inclined plane. Its theta equals to 30 degrees. So let's say this is the charge, having charge mass m, it's the charge plus q on an inclined plane. Now what is the coefficient of friction? So first, weight of the bob acting downward direction, weight of the particle acting downward direction. And one more is given, electric field is horizontal. So like this, electric field is in horizontal direction. So now first we have to take, this is its x-axis and this is the y-axis. It's y-axis. Now when it is theta, then what it becomes? 90. When it is 90, this becomes 90 minus theta, then this becomes theta. So when it becomes theta, this is the horizontal line. So this is the x-axis, it's y-axis. Now when it is theta, this becomes 90 minus theta because both are perpendicular to each other. Here it makes theta. Now first you resolve into mg in two components. This becomes mg cos theta and this becomes mg sin theta. Now electric field also resolve into two components. In this direction, electric field in this direction means force is in this direction because this is the positive charge. Now this in this direction QE cos theta and in this direction QE sin theta. When the charged bob is ready to slide down, then the frictional force is acting backward direction. So it is in equilibrium, means it may be acting limiting friction. Now one more force acting when it is in contact, its normal force is acting upward direction. So along y direction there is no acceleration. So now upward force equal to downward force. Now n equal to it's mg cos theta plus QE sin theta, and here also there is no acceleration, so downward force equal to upward force. Now mg sin theta equal to FL plus QE cos theta, and mg sin theta is equal to mu k or mu s into n plus q into cos theta, and mg sin theta is equal to mu into n replace, you can reduce mg cos theta plus qe sin theta plus its qe cos theta. So now you bring this side, mg sin theta minus qe cos theta equal to mu into mg cos theta plus qe sin theta. Now mu is equals to mg sin theta minus qe cos theta divided by mg cos theta plus qe sin theta. Now you can substitute. M means 1 kg, Q is equals to 0.01 coulomb, we can write 10 power minus 2 coulombs, into mg means it's 10, sin 30 equals to 1 by 2, cos 30 equals to root 3 by 2. So now into 1 by 2 minus 10 power minus 2 into E is given 490 by root 3 Newton per coulomb. Now 490 by root 3 into it's cos 30 root 3 by 2 by m1 10 cos 30 root 3 by 2 minus it's plus 10 power minus 2 490 by root 3 into cos 30 1 by 2. So after solving we'll get the answer mu is equals to its root 3 by 7 value. After solving we'll get the answer root 3 by 7 because 10 by 2 5 root 3 cancel. So here we must take g is equal to 9.8 because g is not given 10, then we had to take 9.8. So 2 ones are 4.9 and here also, so we can write it is after solving we'll get the answer mu is equals to root 3 by 7. Okay, so in this particle, a particle having charge that on an electron and mass 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 kg, this is the mass and he is given electron projected with an initial velocity u with a horizontal from the lower plate. The plates are sufficiently long, having separation between them is 2 centimeters, and then the maximum value of velocity, the particle is not hit the upper plate. So not hit the upper plate means suppose any particle is projected, this is the range of the particle and this is the maximum height of the particle. The time taken from here to here, this is called time of flight. The particle do not hit the plate means it has to reach the maximum. Here the second plate is there. So that means we have to find the maximum height. So maximum height formula h is equals to u square sin square theta by 2z. Here g we cannot write. We neglect the acceleration due to gravity. Just here we have to write effective acceleration due to gravity. Here F is equal to QE and MA is equals to, in the replace of F, MA is equals to QE, A is equals to QE by M, and H is equals to U square sin square theta by, and so 2 into QE by M. This is the, it's a maximum height formula. Now we have to substitute from here to here. What is the distance between them? 2 centimeters. That means maximum height is equals to 2 centimeters. So now we have to convert into its meter. 2 into 10 power minus 2 meters. Now 2 into 10 power minus 2 equal to E square we have to find. U we have to find. So sin theta, theta is how? 45 degrees. Sin square 45 by 2 into Q, charge of electron 1.6 into 10 power